So Donald Trump wants to desperately get away from the Epstein files. And he's trying everything. He's having meetings with Putin. He's talking about whether or not he'll get into heaven. He's trying to end the Russia-Ukraine war. He's sending the military into Washington, D.C. He's doing all of these things, and it's not working. He cannot get away from the Epstein files. This has now been going on for a couple of months. And one of the things he thought he could do to get away from Epstein and make his base a little happier, because they're the ones really calling for the files to be released, because as I've said before, they believe it is nothing but Democrats on the Epstein files. But he thought maybe he could just release the grand jury transcripts and get them out there, and that would be enough. Well, he directed Attorney General Pam Bondi to go to the courts where the grand jury testimony was taken and try to get them released, because those are used under seal. Well, he got a ruling from a judge today, and I don't think he's going to actually try to appeal this ruling. But a district federal judge that was a Clinton appointee has said no, that the best place for these documents to be released is from the DOJ directly, and that he is denying this because this is an obvious distraction. So we will see how they go forward from here. And as much as Donald Trump wants to get rid of the Epstein discussion, he doesn't want to talk about it. There are subpoenas coming for the DOJ from the House Oversight Committee, where they're going to be looking into everything from the Epstein files. Now, this court order says that they cannot release from the court the information in the grand jury testimony. It doesn't say anything about whether or not the DOJ can release the evidence that they already have. But Donald Trump was trying to use this as a buffer. Well, I release that, you can dig through that for a while and release just a small tidbit, and that'll be enough, right? But that's not what people want. They want to see all of the information except for victim names and any actual evidence of the abuse, like any pictures that depict it going on. There's all kinds of other evidence that would have names of the people who went to Epstein Island or made deals with Epstein, etc. That's the stuff we want to see. But Donald Trump can't figure out how to get away from this, and his one big try was to get these grand jury transcripts out there. It didn't work. Judge saw right through it as a distraction, so it's not going to happen. Now, I think Donald Trump is going to take this and probably try to say that, well, see, I tried to give you guys some of it, but the courts said no. It's all the Democrat and the left-leaning court's fault. It's not my fault. He's going to try, it's not going to work, and people aren't going to be happy until the entirety of the Epstein files are released.